Hey guys, how are you all? Welcome back to another one of my makeup tutorial videos. Yesterday I finally went on my Primark makeup haul. There isn't actually a Primark like in the town that I live in, so it's about the one I went to yesterday, it's about an hour and a bit away, so I don't get to go there very often, so hence why I've done a big makeup haul. I also went to IKEA as well and finally bought myself a chair to sit on. Cue the chair link. Here's my bag. So this is a pre-makeup video, so you'll have to excuse the face and the proper bed head that I've got going on right now. The foundation that I bought, it's that one there, that's the My Perfect colour, and that one was £2.50 and it was in the cool sand shade. The concealer was from the same collection, which was the My Perfect colour collection, and that one is the shade nude beige, and that one was £2. The mattifying powder I went for, which is according to this, medium coverage and a smooth application. That's in the shade Ivory, and that one was £2. That comes, have a look at that. That one. So the next item that I bought because I'd never actually heard of it before, so I was really intrigued. And it's called rice powder. It was £4, and it's a pressed, like it's a makeup setting powder. So I'm quite looking forward to using that one. Blusher that I went for is the High Pigment Blusher. That's that one there. That one was £1.50 and that's in the shade Desire. And then the mascara that I went for is called Amplified, which is amplified. Clever, see what they've done there. And it's a definition, volume and lift mascara, and it's £2. Highlighter that I went for, it was a highlighter stick, and that was from the Nudes collection. Put that the right way, yeah. And it just says white. So I haven't actually opened this, so I'm not actually sure what this bit is about yet. But it's also really like iridescent, so it's like an iridescent white. So I'm quite looking forward to using that one. The false lashes that I went for were the sultry ones. I quite like them because they looked quite natural and quite full, and they were obviously £1. They do come with the glue included, but I'm not actually going to use the glue in this because you find if you buy cheap lashes, the glue is quite cheap as well. So I'll just use one of my my other eyelash glues that I got, which is, I think I'll probably use the Eyelure one. So the eyeshadow that I went for is from the Nudes collection as well, and that one, it's a matte eyeshadow palette. Ta-da! These, I went for it because I love using matte eyeshadows. They're probably like my favourite to use them with, like a hint, sometimes even just to go full matte, but with the hint of sparkle in the middle, in the centre of the lid is always quite nice. And they do have the one, which is that one there, the one shimmer colour in there, so I'm quite looking forward to using that one. I also bought some beauty blenders, a pack of 2, and they were £1.50. I already had the Nudes collection contour and highlighting kit, which I don't actually mind the contour, I quite like the colour of it, and I do actually quite like the sponge on it. Not the highlighter though, the highlighter just left my skin looking way too shiny rather than highlighted, so that's why I'm going to try this iridescent highlighter. And I also forgot to get brushes, so I did actually find this that I bought maybe a few months ago, and it's a foundation and concealer brush. It's a double whammy, but I bought that like 50p in the sale in Primark. I don't know if I'm going to use the foundation brush on it because I don't really like the flat foundation brushes. I quite like the stipple ones, but I think I'll use the concealer one actually. So that was it. That was my Primark makeup haul that I bought. I'm really excited to get into the video now, so stay tuned and check it out. I've already moisturised my skin prior to the video with my Neutrogena Visibly Clear oil-free moisturiser, and I also applied my primer, which is my L'Oreal Lumi Magique one. The foundation, I think I ended up putting 2 layers of the foundation because I just didn't think that it gave good coverage. I thought the shade matched my skin quite well, but by putting the 2 layers on, I found that the foundation became quite heavy on my skin. Onto the concealer, which is also from the My Perfect Colour collection. I put 2 layers of the concealer on just to try and hide my dark circles. I get quite bad dark circles under my eyes, but I didn't find that it actually hid them that well, so I didn't find the coverage that brilliant with the concealer. But I do actually use it a bit later on in the video. When I'm applying my eyeshadow, I actually used it as a base for when I put the shimmer colour onto my eyelid, as I find it makes the shimmer pop a bit more if it's got something to like a base to hold on to. And also another trick is to wet your brush before applying the eyeshadow. It brings out the shimmer and the colour, like the pigmentation in the eyeshadow. Onto the rice powder, which actually surprised me. I get really bad dry skin around my eyes, and I do suffer with eczema, so putting any kind of a powder underneath my eyes or on my eyelids is usually quite a bad idea because it completely clings to those dry patches and is really visible. So applying this setting powder underneath my eyes, I was expecting it to cling and look really cakey and look quite bad, but it actually surprised me and actually smoothed the area more than I thought it would. So I'll definitely be using it again, as I want a few more goes on it, I think, and see if it was just a bit of a one-trick pony or if it is actually any good. So the mattifying powder, which is also from the My Perfect Colour collection, I wasn't very impressed with. I think it mattified my skin for all of about 20 minutes, half an hour, before my skin just went completely shiny. So I didn't find it that great. And I think it's just the My Perfect Colour, that collection from Primark, just isn't really that good. I think that just went a little bit too cheap. So I definitely suggest maybe adding, spending more, £1 or £2 more on maybe another one of their collections, like foundation or concealer or powder, is probably a better idea. The contouring actually disappointed me on this makeup tutorial. I think I've used it 2 times before in the past and I've never had this problem with it, and it's always worked quite well for me. But I'm blaming the foundation base because I could not get that contour to blend out properly. I used the sponge that it came with, and I used one of my beauty blenders, and I even resorted to just using my hands in the end, and I still could not get that line to blend out enough. But on a high, the blusher, which is the high pigment blusher, I loved. I didn't want to go for the brightest colour that they had there. I just wanted more of a subtle pink, but it definitely lives up to its name, high pigment, because the colour that it left and the shade that it left on my cheek, I absolutely loved it, and it even added that extra shimmer to the end, so it's definitely a thumbs up for me for the blusher. The highlighting stick that I used, I actually did quite like, but watching the video back, I do wish that I had added a bit more. I think I could have added quite a lot more to the cheekbone. It's got a lovely like iridescent tone to it, and I think I'm going to try that again, but maybe try it on my brow bones a bit as well, and maybe mix it up with an eyeshadow. But I did actually quite like it. So onto the matte eyeshadow palette. This is from the Nudes collection with Primark. It's actually, I think, my favourite collection that they've got with their beauty range, as I haven't had a bad product from that yet, or a product that I've just disliked. I've quite enjoyed the products that I've tried from there. The eyeshadow palette, the colours were really nice in it. I think I did layer them a bit just to try and get more of a colour from them. And I do wish that the purple was a little bit more lighter and had a bit more like pigmentation to it. But I'll definitely be using the palette again, and I actually really like the shimmer colour. Just adding that one shimmer colour, so you can either have that all over matte look or just to add a little bit of a shine. The trick is, like, if you want to build the colour up a bit or make it stand out, is that I do spray my brushes with a makeup setting spray. Just like 2 pumps of it, 1 or 2 pumps, and it really brings that colour out on the eyelid. So the mascara, I didn't find that it gave much volume or lift to my eyes at all, really. I think it's a good mascara as a bit of a backup if I run out, but I do think I'm a bit of a mascara snob because I am an avid Benefit mascara fan. I've tried all their mascaras and they're usually the ones that I go for. So I don't think I'll be using this again unless I happen to run out of any of my other ones. So I wasn't that impressed with it. I did like the brush, and I think it did separate the lashes quite nicely. It just didn't give them much volume at all. but maybe I'll have another go at it another time, but for now it's not really for me. Sorry you didn't get to see me apply my lashes or lipstick. My phone kept cutting out and so gave up in the end. I wouldn't really recommend the lashes. They looked really cheap and they kept falling off, but the matte liquid lipstick duo, which was in the chocolate brownie, I absolutely loved it. It was really light on my lips and gave a really good coverage, so I'll definitely be buying some more shades in that. So that was my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.